Well, it's the same with the Masters. That's all they want on first. Masters or juniors. Well,
See where all the people are hanging out, that's where you're starting, so if you're starting this race, better get over there now.
Gunnar?
Yes.
The stars and stripes.
Right. Well, I'm going to be wearing this one.
Just stay right here. All right?
Okay.
Walker Ferguson.
Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of these riders, they participated in the national championship that were held over the last few races put together. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the final stop on the Supercup Cyclocross Finals. And the winners for the Nationals, they are winners for the Supercup Cyclocross and Volet Clothing out of Gene Shop, right up at Deerworks, right up Route 2. On to Route 12 going into Pittsburgh.
But he gets a good start in this thing too. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Down to the start chute, it's a little drop, and then you're on the course. We all have the tape.
You go up and on the left?
You're going to go up to where the white fan is. You're going to take a left. You're going to go past the VIP tent where that top climbers. You're obviously not going to go up that far. You're going to be taking another left down into the start finish chute. You have a 45-minute race. If you're not in contention, we will be pulling you.
Masters competition here at the finals of the Saturn Supercup 1998. The Supercup Cyclocross Finals. And they are underway. Ladies and gentlemen, take a look across the field. Here we go. Your Masters 35 and your Junior Riders. Since back in the 70s, when he was real young, after the cycling season was over, he would head for Switzerland, and that is where he cut his teeth on the sport of cyclocross. Matt Kelly had Paul Curley right on him. Paul Curley, a master rider. Matt Kelly, who is a junior rider, and then Scott Wade was right on Paul Curley. Looks like Scott Wade, that tall, stately-looking gentleman, going to the front. And Lillard in second spot. Billy Skinner, Paul Curley, Gunnar Shogren. Matt Kelly right up in there. Boy, oh boy, all the heavy hitters, who's who in cycling are right here. Lillard going to the front. Scott Wade, Paul Curley, Gunnar Shogren. Gunnar ended up winning the Masters at 35, so he's got a national championship in his pocket. Gunnar Shogren is leading on this Super Cup circuit, and this is the 7th and final stop on the Super Cup circuit. He's undefeated in Super Cup racing, and he's wearing the Volet team leaders jersey. Volet ended up supplying all the leaders' jerseys. We've got a helicopter overhead. Dark blue jersey with pretty autumn leaves on the shoulders. We're pulling him out. He's a great, great rider. Now, John Funk, he is a teacher. He is an educator. He also coaches cross-country running team down in Connecticut. And I'll tell you something, you're talking about a guy, Alan, that can really, really leg it up over these barriers. He's very fit from chasing all the young kids around the cross-country courses throughout New England. So he's very fit. He is sitting in 5th spot at this particular time. Jimmy Lillard still in the lead. Paul Curley just playing it nice and cozy up there. What they do, they take an average of what it takes per lap. Then they crew, all the officials get together and they say, okay, it's supposed to be, say, 45 minutes or whatever, and they come up with a figure so the riders know exactly into the bike race. Jimmy Lillard looking good out there, Alan. They're on a run-up over on the field, really scooting through there. Gunnar Shogren has moved himself out of 5th or 6th spot. He is now up in a second. He won a national championship over the weekend. He is your master national champion. Every rider that crosses the line is looking at 5 laps. Ladies and gentlemen, this Supercup series has taken the riders throughout the United States on 6 stops. This is the 7th and final stop on the Supercup series. Jimmy Lillard, he's in 6th spot. Boy, oh boy, our 2 leaders doing an excellent job out there. Chicane, last chance clothing, chicane. The last chance chicane. Last chance.
Stewart is known for not being the best starter, but he finishes so well. We've seen him come from way back in Chicago to finish 3rd place. I started this series commentating in 80-degree sunshine in Philadelphia. I've been in the snow and Boulder and the rain in Seattle. And here I am now. There's a Toby Cole to the side from the control tech team. Also want to thank the folks at Defeat. You know, you look up in there, Defeat. A pair of those Defeat wool socks, custom made with the Supercup logo, and they're available also in the Expo Tent.
Our representative of the board of directors for the United States Cycling Federation, Paul Peel.
Now there's our number 16, there's a great guy, Ken Smith. You know, there's no cyclocross team book in Texas.
Tom Stevens, he is phenomenal, and his reputation precedes him wherever he goes. He's one of these riders that can go out and possibly give a little bit of information to a promoter.
The same experience he had as racing up Mania Gual in Philadelphia, which is hallowed ground for cyclists now. Our premier race, the Saturn Supercup Finals. Now yesterday, what did we have on the line? We had a shirt, we had a jersey, a Stars and Stripes jersey, some medals, you know, some kisses from the girls. Very nice. You get to wear the jersey, you get your entry fees covered for the rest of the year. That's great. But $5,000 on the line of...
Richard, I'll tell you something, Thomas Hayles, he is really putting on a show out here. He has bridged a gap on a couple of riders, and it looks like he is on the move also. So you've got yourself a lot of action on the course, folks. Up a hill, go right back up again, through a hairpin, right back down again, and heading for the Vestina run-up. So this last chance, and the people over here on the last chance chicane can look over onto the Festina. And so as you said, Richard, no matter where you are, you've got an excellent view.
This is what's great about, in the Supercup racing, very often we have put the Masters and Juniors together. Festina is giving a watch valued at $350 to the winner of every one of the Masters races in the Supercup series. And we were talking earlier how Gunnar Shogren has won 4, Tom Hayles has won.
And he was off and running, so to speak, and he's got himself a sizable gap with Gunnar Shogren.
You gotta respect that you don't ring the bells in the finish area, because all these riders they start thinking it's the bell lap every lap.
A lot of noise and cheering everybody on. They get as excited.
Look at the springs in his legs. Look at the springs in that young rider's legs.
You think he's looking for a Festina watch, Rich?
Boy, wouldn't that be a great little gift. I don't know if you saw that Jonathan McElvey photo exhibit. Jonathan just captured the spirit of cross so much with a beautiful picture of Jonathan's son in midair.
It was a John Funk show. He just got an idea of what this whole thing was all about. Lowell, Cable, Natick, a different kind of company, a different kind of car. They're into the Saturn run-up. Gunnar Shogren leading. Kelly has gotten away from Thomas Hayles.
All that last chance clothing, Defeat socks, Powerbow stuff, Volay stuff, we've got Velo New stuff. We're going to be giving away a ton of it later on in the day.
Gunnar Shogren, John Funk. What a ride. What a ride. John Funk got to be proud of him. You've got young Matt Stewart, the junior rider, sitting in 3rd spot. Matt Kelly in 3rd spot. Thomas Hayles.